Hi. So I've done this 3 times now, and it was windy, and then I had all this stuff going on in the background, so I'm gonna start it over. Okay, so today is day 2 of my 5-day video challenge. I created this video challenge as a way to target specific fears that I have, to talk about, so that I can get them out in the open and then release them and not worry about them in 2018. So yesterday I was talking about my chronic pain and my car accident, and I ended up crying. Oh well, I released it. Day 2, that's today, talking about my experience with anorexia, bulimia, and body dysmorphia. So, it's interesting. It's interesting that these are the topics that I chose because there's things that are happening all around me that are reminding me that these things are a part of my life. So the other day, I was sitting around a table with my family, and we were talking about the goals that I have for my body and the progress that I've made. And as we were talking about it, I realized that, so as we're talking about it, I'm explaining that, like, yes, my goal is 150 pounds, and I'm coming down from 225 pounds from when I had my son. So obviously there's a certain amount of that was pregnancy weight, but it wasn't a lot. So the first 25 pounds that I lost was pretty easy, but then the pain hit and I stopped and I just gave in. Pretty much was in my bed every day, all day, curled up in a ball, just surrendering to the pain. And this year I've realized that, going on 7 years after my car accident, that I don't want to do this anymore. There is no successful person that curls up in a ball on their bed crying about whatever that they're struggling with. So the object of this video is to put those fears out there, to put the fact that, like, yes, that for the last 6 years, during the winter, during the fall, these months, that is what I do, and I don't want to do it anymore. So we're talking about my goals, and I'm getting a lot of criticism. Like they're coming down on me hard about, like, the scale, the number that I'm aiming for, what I see, what I want, and it took me by surprise. I don't like criticism, I don't like negativity. I would rather everybody speak in positive with their head in the clouds every day, all day, because I feel like my life would be so much easier then. But that's not how life works. So it took me maybe until yesterday, maybe the day before that, to realize that it wasn't criticism, they were worried. So that takes me back to who I used to be and what I used to do. And in order to explain that, I'm going to have to explain how it was when I was younger. So 6th grade, what is that? However old I was in 6th grade. 6th grade was the first time that I really remember deliberately not eating because I had control over it. We would take the lunch to school, and I would sit around and not eat, throw everything out, and then call it a day. And that's when I started doing that. And I didn't know that that's what anorexia was, just not eating. I did not feel okay with my body. I looked at the other girls in the class that were more active and the more fit, and I wanted to be like that. But I wasn't raised in a very athletic family, so I didn't know how that was supposed to do, how I was supposed to be like that. So I went many years not eating and thought that I was fat. And then as I got into about 17, 18 years old is when I would realize that I was eating a lot all at once, and then I would stop. And that's where, hey Amanda, that's where I would just start randomly, that's where the bulimia came in, and I would just get it out of my system. I was never doing it so much as on purpose as when I had a stomach ache, I would just, that's what I would do. And I went many years doing that. And I wasn't so much being anorexic at that point, but my body problems had turned from anorexia to bulimia. And then after I had my son, I realized that I looked back at a picture that my abuser took of me from right before I got pregnant, I was about 145, 150 pounds, and I look back at this picture, so now I'm 225 pounds, looking at this picture of this myself when I'm 145 pounds, and I'm looking at this picture and I'm just like almost in tears, because that's the body that I always was wanting. Like, when I'm not eating, when I'm throwing up, like, I wanted that body, and I had no idea that I had that body. So that went on for a very long time, and as I'm having this conversation with my family and they're telling me that to stop looking at the scale, to stop focusing on the number, I'm realizing that, like, it's still a problem. Like, I look at my body, and if I catch like a random glimpse of myself in like random mirrors or something, I'll stop, and the very first second, I know that I look okay. But then if my body, if I like really look at it too much, then I'm realizing that, Trevor, sit down. Then I'm realizing that my head starts to get in there, and then that's when I feel like I'm looking into some kind of like clown mirror. So these are the things that I'm struggling with, and although I'm still working towards it, these are things that I have to work around. But losing weight when you've had all these different random things happen, or random things that you don't have control over, it's really hard. But so one of the things that I want to be able to sit on this video and be able to tell everybody watching, even you, Amanda, that like it is so easy to lose weight, and I lost these 67 pounds, and I did this, this, and this, and I'm perfect, and like I did it all the most healthy way. But like, I'm still looking in the mirror, and I'm still targeting. I could literally go with a marker and just target all those specific areas that like I see, and like they're like, I can't stand it. So it's something that I'm always going to have to work on, but by being able to say it out loud during this video, I feel like I should be able to go into 2018, and like the object of this video is to say it out loud and then release it. So I guess this is where affirmations, I could do affirmations to make myself change the way I'm thinking and reroute it, reframe the thoughts that I'm having. But it's a constant struggle, and I know that there's so many women out there that have the same exact problems as me. Like, you look in the mirror and you only see the critical parts of your body, and you don't see all the success. Like, I just lost 67 pounds. I'm 8 pounds from my goal weight, and there's still a part of me that is all like, I could do better. I want to get to that specific weight on the scale, and I need to stop looking so much at the scale and look at the way that I'm looking and the progress that I'm making. I'm started out, I think I was like a size 16 pants, and now I'm like somewhere bordering 7, 8, and like that's a victory, and I need to really start to see that, focus on that. And so this was day 2. If you missed day 1, you can go back and watch it. Tomorrow, I think I'm addressing my fears with talking about welfare, so that should be fun. I hope everybody has a fantastic day. I need to get back to my apartment and give this dog water and relax. So I hope everybody has a fantastic day, and I look forward to doing another one of these crazy, fearful videos tomorrow. Have a great day.